So I got an appointment for my roofing client today, CD Strong, and we got on the phone with the regional manager of a hospital, and they said they actually had one building they wanted to take a look at. It's about 36,000 square feet. He's got 4 leaks in there that he cannot find. 2 other companies have came out, and they can't find the leak either, but he is still getting some damage, and he would like to get that fixed. So we're going to head out there next week on the 14th and see if we can't find those leaks and see if we can't do something for him. But I think it's going to be a pretty good one.
A pretty big day for us. We got our first solar client here in St. Louis. It's a younger company. They're thriving through COVID and trying to launch their commercial solar division, which they had to kind of put on ice dealing with COVID and the pandemic and stuff. And so it's a really cool company. They had an office right down the street from us here in St. Charles. He's looking to grow. He's really hungry, and we couldn't ask for a better first client here in our home city.
I've been emailing back and forth to this construction company up in Wichita. Finally got a date and time set for him to meet with my owner. They're looking for a new MSP. They have 15 users, 1 server, and 1 location. Should be a pretty good one.
Hi, so I just set up my first solar appointment with my client. They're out in Florida. They actually had a lot of business coming in for as far as their marketing, but they needed help with hiring, so we're going to do some Facebook advertisements for them and see how they like that, and hopefully we can close them.
So I got one for my digital marketing client. The prospect already had things in place for website design and social media, but they're very concerned on their Google ratings and Google rankings, just kind of how they're ranking. They're not the top searches when people search for them in their area, so that's what we're going to talk about strictly, just for Google rankings, try to kind of highlight their online presence where when people are looking for nursing services, they'll be able to find them and connect them with more leads, so it should be a good one.
I had a great appointment earlier today for my tech company. We connected with a private school out in Milwaukee, and they are looking to hear a little bit more about how our services might be able to help them just work a little bit more efficiently. And we're meeting next week on Tuesday. I'm looking forward to it.
I set up an appointment today for my client AIM Data Service up in Detroit. It's with the CFO of a local credit union. They've got 6 different locations, about 50 users, and he's open to hearing a comparison of services, kind of where we fit in to their IT environment. So should be a pretty good one.
So I got another one for my client in Indy today. It's a massive apartment complex. Spoke to the property manager over there. She said that they're actually taking bids right now. We're going to be the first one. They're hoping to start construction in this summer. So they're having some leaks too. So like I said, massive apartment building, should be a pretty good one.
So I got one for my client in Connecticut. It is about 10 to 15 users. They're actually looking for an IT company because their current company is kind of dropping the ball on things. They have a pretty difficult setup too. It's, I guess, pretty different than what most companies have, where they run their network off of single computers. So kind of having trouble making everything talk, and they're looking for a company that can handle that. We have a specialty in network management and then making things work smoothly. So we're gonna speak with them and see what we can get done. They're actually looking for something pretty quickly, so I would imagine it'd be a quick turnaround.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys have heard it by now, and if you haven't, we got our first solar client today. Woo! You know, he's reopening the commercial solar side. He just got plugged into financing. I pitched him on Tuesday. Got back up to kind of iron out some implementation questions in terms of who the SDR is, stuff like that. And then he was just like, yeah, I'm in. He's connecting us with some of his networked people. He wants to get his bill down to 0 as fast as possible. He's putting the badge on the website. This guy is probably the best guy to sell first because he is totally bought in. He wants to make a ton of money. So I'm really excited. Another exciting thing we had today, I sent out the first wave of automated sales pitch tomahawks. We already had a guy hit. He watched the entire automated solar sales pitch with me and Aaron on there, and he asked some really good buying questions. So I don't know. This could be a mountaintop very quickly here.